We're getting everything in order here. Welcome. We're starting off a new replay. Bart Cologne, 2015, the year the Mets make it to the World Series. And we're playing the first game against Washington, in Washington at Nationals Park, using Payoff pitch. And it's going to be Max Scherzer facing off against Bart Cologne. And I think this is pretty fascinating to see how he does. And I don't know, I don't know if you can see it okay. All right, so anyway, let me wipe down my glasses. See if that'll help. It looks blurry to me. I don't know why. So anyway, let's talk a little bit about Cologne in the year 2015. He went I'm looking over here. I thought he had a better record than that. Oh, wait a second. All right, let's go down to the bottom. Yeah, he was 14-13 that year, 2015. And make sure I'm looking at 20. Yeah, I'm looking at 2015. He was 14-13. He had a tough month of July. He was 0-4 in July. Gave up a lot of runs. But he was a 3-1 in August, and then he was 2-2 in September. So he was 14-13 overall. He pitched 194 innings, 217 hits. He gave up 25 home runs. But what's interesting is that in almost 200 innings, he only walked 24 batters. I thought that was really cool to replay that. So this is going to be a little bit different, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it since he's not really an ace, if you will, during this particular season. I'm just having fun with him and playing reliving the Mets 2015 World Series visit. What I'm going to do is, the minute he gets pulled from the game, and basically Payoff pitch is going to dictate that, he can go, usually Cologne can go fatigue 6. So when he gets to the 6th inning, if he's given up 3 runs or more, he's going to get pulled. So those are the type of games that I'm going to have. I don't know how interesting that is to people, but I'm going to do it every so often. I'll broadcast one just to have some fun and see how he does. He's got a wheelhouse at 2. And he's tough at 3 and 5. And he's got in play. He's got ballpark. Doesn't have. He has 1 patient there, so he's going to give up some walks once in a while, but no more walks than Scherzer would give up. Scherzer walked 34 in 228 innings. Wow, it's pretty tremendous control by these guys. And Scherzer gave up 27 home runs, whereas Cologne gave up 25. But of course, Scherzer had almost 30 more innings. 25 more innings. So anyway, let's get started. This is Combat Painter, this is Winter Tabletop Baseball broadcast. And welcome to everybody. And we can get started right away. Midnight game almost. And actually I have to, I forgot to take care of something. I have to make a bank transfer. And I'll do it after this game. I should be okay. Actually, I can make it in with my... So let's get started right here. All right, that's 6 tough 0-5. A tough 0-5 on Granderson's card. Tough 0-5 is a strikeout against a righty strikeout. So Granderson starts out by striking out. 1 away now. Using ice score on the right to score the game. And it's a 6. That's a tough 0-3. David Wright, 0-3, now retired, strikeout. That's 2 strikeouts for Scherzer. And that's a 3. That's a wheelhouse, an 80. Wheelhouse 80 from Duda. and that's going to be in play. We're going to pull a card for in play, and that's a 43. 43 in play is going to be in, takes us into the out range, and that's going to be a ground ball to first base, excuse me. 3 up, 3 down for Scherzer. So Michael Taylor is going to be leading it off for Washington. It's Michael Taylor, Escobar, and Harper. And there's Bart's card. See how far he can get. This may be a very short game. Who knows? All right, that's a 7. A 7 is in play. 0-3 is 0-3 in play is going to be a double for Michael Taylor. So that's starting the game right off. Bart puts one over the plate, and Michael Taylor jumps on it for a double. Didn't take long. That's good. That in play at 7 is going to be a tough one. I mean, it was a tough one on DeGrom. Imagine how tough it's going to be on Bart. Big sexy. All right, 2 Wheelhouse 45. Wheelhouse 45 for Escobar. Doesn't have a lot of power, Only hit 9 home runs and 500 dead bats. But it's going to be in the wheelhouse because it's a 45. A 45 against a right-handed batter. And we're going to pull a card for that. See what happens. Wheelhouse against a righty, it's 1-13. And that's a 23. That's going to be a single. I'm going to take it from this card. Single up the middle, runner on second scores. RBI single for Escobar. And the Nats lead it 1-0. Okay, here's Bryce Harper, a left-hander. And that's an 8. That's a ballpark. Ballpark is a 19. Let's see. Ballpark 19 against a lefty and left-handed batter. So that's going to be in his wheelhouse. I'm going to pull a card for the wheelhouse. 49 against a righty. That's a home run. That ball's gone. So Bart gets off to a really tough start here. Down 3-0 in the first inning. He hasn't retired anybody yet. So we're gonna have fun with this replay. All right, here goes. That's a 4. That's a patient 56. Patient 56 is nope. It's going to be in the out range. 56 is going to be a fly ball to right. 1 away now. And it's Wilson Ramos, the catcher. That's a 4. That's patient 99. A patient 99 is going to be a pop-up to the third baseman. Playing a modification on those last 5 numbers to get some more pop-ups and some extra line drives in there. Even though, especially for the 2015 season, I think they've adjusted the more modern seasons and the newer seasons from this point on. And that's an 8. That's a ballpark. So that's a 24, ballpark 24, right-handed batter. That's going to be wheelhouse. We're going to pull for the wheelhouse. A 13, that's a home run. Ian Desmond cranks one. And that's 4 runs allowed by Bart. Going to try to get him at least out of the first inning. And Dan Uggla, I don't know, remember him? I think he's retired now. I'm not too sure if he's still playing. But this is 2015. Dan Uggla was the second baseman in this game, this opening day game in Washington, 2015. Let's see, there's 2 outs. Score 4-0 And that's going to be in the out range. A 74 is going to be a fly ball center field. So, Bart allows 4 runs on 4 hits, 2 home runs. And the Mets are now down 4-0. It's going to be Michael Kadire, Danny Murphy, and Juan Lagares. Here's the pitch from Scherzer. 6, that's tough. 53, tough 53. It's going to be a single, base hit for Kadire. And here it is. We printed out the Daniel Murphy card after putting together 1,200 cards, or 1,500 cards it felt like. Putting them into teams, I'm missing Daniel Murphy. So I had to print him out because I had the PDF as well. And here he is, Daniel Murphy, one of my favorite Mets, ex-Mets. That's a 5. That's a patient 0-0. That's going to be a rare play. And a rare play 8 with a runner on. See what that becomes now. A rare play 8 with a runner on. You're watching the Bart Cologne replay of 2015. And what do we have? An 8. Runner on base 8. Pitcher with a WP rating of 30-31. And Scherzer does not have that. Does not have that. Oh yeah, he has 30-33. So he does have that. So pitcher higher sends a pitch to the backstop. So it's a wild pitch. Wild pitch by Scherzer. And that gets Kadire to second base. 7, tough 30, tough 30 on Daniel Murphy's card. Oh, look at that. All right. And that's going to be a sharp single into center. Runner on first advances to second. Runner on second scores. RBI single for Danny Murphy. So, Mets are on the board 4-1 now. Thanks to Murph and his floppy card. It's not like the other cards. This is one I printed out on my own cardstock. The other ones are heavy duty. They could have been on the Titanic and they'd survive. All right, Juan Lagares, and that's a 10. That's going to be a tough 28. A tough 28 is a strikeout. That's the first out of the inning. And Travis d'Arnaud, 7, tough 41. A tough 41 is a strikeout. And now it's Wilmer Flores. Now Flores played shortstop for the Mets in this opening day game. Not a very good shortstop. I mean, his range is a D and his error is a 2, which is kind of low end. So 6, that's a tough 41. A tough 41 is going to be a line drive into center field. Runner advances 1 base. Unless Murphy's a 6. If it's a 6, he advances 2 bases. Let's take a quick peek. And he is a 6, so he's going to hustle over to third. So it's a single, and Murph goes to third. Wilmer Flores with a 2-out knock, first and third now. And it's big sexy Cologne. He is a pitcher batting card 5. That's from the right side. And that's a 9. That's a ballpark 88. So ballpark 88 from the right side takes us into his in play. So his in play, he's got a 1-18 where he can get a hit. Let's see what happens. 1-18, but no, we pull a 22, so there's no hit for Bart. And the 22 is going to be a line drive and caught by Dan Uggla at second base. All right. It's 4-1 after 1.5. And Washington's coming up. See if Bart can get through an inning without allowing a run. So far, he's pitched 1 inning, allowed 4 runs. It's Tyler Moore, the batter. It's a right-handed batter, left fielder for the Nats. And that's a 3. That's tough. A 43. Tough 43 is a strikeout. So Moore goes down on strikes. And next is Scherzer. It's a 9 pitcher batting card. That's an 11. That's defense. We're going to pull and see what happens on the defense. Hopefully it's not the short. Error shortstop. So the odds that, and we're going to use this number here, a 90. Oh, I think we got lucky here. He's a 2. So a 90 is going to be an out. All right, we got lucky. And what kind of an out is it? It's a 5 is the, let's see what kind of an out it is. Okay, here it is. Shortstop, what did we say it was? The number? The 5. It's a 5. It's a ground ball out. Flores up with it. Across the diamond. And 2 away. All right. Michael Taylor. Taylor doubled in his first at bat. It's a 9. That's tough. 60, tough 60. It's going to be a strikeout for Taylor. So Bart gets out of that inning. That's some good news. And the Mets leadoff batter, Granderson. Curtis Granderson. Here's the pitch from Scherzer. It's a 5. That's patient. 93. Patient 93 is going to be in the out range. And that's a line drive to the second baseman. So Ugla catches that line drive there. And it's going to be, wow, I'm having an issue with having the cards are upside down. Some guys are right side up. Some guys are upside down. I don't know what's going on here. All right, got to check that a little bit more. All right, that's a 9 ballpark. 49 for a right-hander. 49 is a wheelhouse. We're going to pull his wheelhouse. Now, 1 to 18, he takes one out. 82, that's going to be in the out range, and that's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. Ground ball to the shortstop. At short, they have Ian Desmond, and he throws out right. And then it's Lucas Duda. Duda grounded out. And that's a 6. That's a tough 43. Tough 43. It's a strikeout. All right, it's going to be Yunel Escobar. He's singled off of Cologne. And it's going to be Yunel Escobar. Here's the pitch from Cologne. It's an 8. That's ballpark 37. He's a righty, so that's going to be wheelhouse. Wheelhouse 1 to 13 sends one out of the park, and it's a 20. So it's going to be a single. So Yunel on with a single. Here's the pitch from Bart. 5. That's tough. 43. Tough 43 is a strikeout. So Bryce Harper down on strikes. Next is Ryan Zimmerman. Ryan Zimmerman flied out. He's 0 for 1. That was a 5 or something like that. Let's re-roll it. There we go. 42. It's an 8. An 8 is ballpark. 42, a right-handed batter. 42 is wheelhouse. Wheelhouse, he's 1 to 27. He knocks one out of the park. 1 to 27, it's a 74. That's going to be in the out range. 74 is going to be a fly ball center field. Lagares takes a few steps back and makes the catch for the second out. And it's Wilson Ramos. Ramos flied out in his first at bat. So Cologne has settled down. Hopefully we're not speaking too soon. 11, defense. See what happens here. Defense. Error third base. What is right? Let's take a quick peek at right. At third base, right is a 3, an error 3. We got a 31. That's going to be probably an error. an error 3, and that's a 1/42. So that's an E. Let's see what kind of E it is. Third base. 4. It's going to be a 2-base error. So he throws it wildly over Duda's head, and the Granderson has to come in from right field to retrieve it. And that's going to be Unell's going to be going to third, and Ramos is on at second base with a 2-bag error on David Wright's throw. So it's in play error, and it's third baseman. And advances to second on the same error. There we go. Oh, wow, that was crazy. Orientation is locked. Don't know what that means. Okay, well, I hope it's we can still see what's going on. I do not know. And we should be rotate device back. So let's see. There we go. All right. Here. All right. So Ian Desmond hit a home run earlier in that first inning, in which Bart gave up 4 runs. Okay, we still got some guys that are upside down. There we go. All right, Bart, second and third now. Ian Desmond, there's 2 outs. See if you can get out of this. And it's going to be a 10. That's tough. A 69, a tough 69. It's going to be a double for Ian Desmond. That's going to bring home 2 more runs. And that's going to be all she wrote for Bart. Gives up 6 runs. He becomes fatigued. And we don't want to see that. So Bart right here gets into a tough, throws a good tough pitch, but it just so happens that Ian Desmond handles that pitch and sends it into the gap for a 2-run double. Hit double, 2-run score. And now it's a 6-1 game. And that's all she wrote because we're pulling Bart at this point, and we're not going to play this replay any more than as soon as Bart gets pulled, the game is over, the game gets called. So that's it. Exit. Actually, we have a runner at second base, so we should play out the inning. Yeah, with 1 out. You know what? Bart's going to throw 1 more pitch. Let's see if he can get Dan Ugla. Dan Ugla, 237 left hand, again 159 against right-handers. Should be able to get Dan Ugla out, right? What do you think? All right, it's a 7. That's in play, a 56, an in play 56. Now that's going to be an out, and that's going to be a fly ball to right. And Bart gets out of the inning. Game over for Bart, so game over for us. Adieu. So the final score of this Bart outing, the first one of the year, is 6-1. Gives up 6 runs on 6 hits, 2 home runs. So let me run by the line score for the Mets. It's 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error, 2 men left on base. Washington, 6 runs, 6 hits, no errors. Now the truth is that if the Mets came back, right, the Mets could come back and tie up the game. Then he wouldn't get the loss. And since we're not playing it through, well, we don't know that I mean, it could happen. It's still early enough for it to happen, but what are the odds that happens against Max Scherzer, right? What are the odds? So I'm just going to play it this way and see how he does and have some fun with it and end the story. Celebrate his real good outings. We'll do a dance, take a shot. All right, guys, take care. Thank you. Bye now.